Yeah, I know. So today we started the day off with morning men's Bible study group here at the Thomason Church, Calvary Tombstone, and then after that we went to Ethnos 360 missionary base. They do aviation. Then we came back and worked on the water project at the corrals, and ended it with dinner out here in the Arizona evening. So we're gonna start though. I want to take you through a little house tour of where we're staying. So this is the Thomasons Ranch, and this here is the house they originally lived in. They've since built a separate building that they live in because this house is also their church, Calvary Tombstone, where they meet. And so they've been here for, I believe, about 6 years now, and yeah, they've done a lot with the place. They have this gorgeous view looking down towards Alta Sierra there in the west. And if you come inside, this is their living room slash kitchen. And on Sunday mornings, this is their main sanctuary. And so this is where we'll be doing service tomorrow. And upstairs over there, there's a loft area and has a bedroom. That's where we're sleeping and the team gets to stay. So this morning we joined the guys as they're going through Alan Redpath's book on David. Got to share in the discussion and meet a few of the men here in the church. That was a huge blessing. After that, we loaded up in the car and drove over to Ethnos 360. Now, Ethnos 360, they are a international organization that is dedicated to bringing the gospel to unreached people groups. So unreached people groups are typically unreached for one of two reasons. Number one, either their government restricts the spreading of the gospel, or number two, they're just so remote and hard to access, and so they haven't been reached with the gospel. And Ethnos 360 really specializes in that second category. They, at this base in particular, train aviators and mechanics to fly their R-66 helicopters and Kodiak planes. And they are all over the world, but they're four main countries that they have missionaries in are the Philippines, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and Brazil. Each one of those countries have very remote areas, and so that was really cool. We got to actually go on a helicopter flight this morning. That was my first time on a helicopter, and so that was a huge blessing to get to do that. We flew up, and FAA rules, we can't land anywhere. I guess they couldn't with us as passengers, but they hovered right over the top of this mountain. We could see Mexico because we're real close to the border, and touched back down. That was really cool. And then we also got to do this VR tour that they have there. So we put on these virtual reality headsets, and they took us all over in the jungles of these different countries, showing us the people they minister to, the way that they will meet a people group, learn the language, learn the culture. They'll turn that language that's only spoken into a written language. They'll create grammar rules for it. They'll teach it to the people. They'll then translate scripture, and they'll build this whole foundation till ultimately they are able to share the gospel in its fullness from Genesis through the Bible to these people. And so, yeah, we're videoing over here. Okay, yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was a blessing to get to be with them. We came back and we worked a little bit more on the water project here at the ranch. And so I'm really hoping to kind of give you guys a fuller picture in days to come of what exactly that looks like and what we're doing. But basically today, we continue getting things prepped for the new pipe we're going to lay out there. Other than that, it's been such a blessing for us to get to be here and yeah, just share sweet fellowship in the Lord. And so I want to share with you guys a verse of the day here coming next. So the verse I want to share with you guys today is from Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 14 says, "Indeed, heaven and the highest heavens belong to the Lord your God, also the earth with all that is in it." And I love this verse out of Deuteronomy talking about God as creator of everything. And one of the things that really stood out to me from our time at Ethnos was they were explaining how when they share the gospel with these people groups, they don't just walk in and say, "Hey, Jesus loved you and died for you, so you can be forgiven." But they start with talking about the God who made them, who knows them, who love them, the Creator. And they really, they build to that moment of sharing Jesus. And um, the guy there, Evan, he shared this moment today too, that one time one of their missionaries was sharing the gospel with this people group, and they'd worked with them for years. And when they shared, and these people were just overjoyed at what Jesus had done and who he was. And then they asked him, so how long ago did Jesus do all this, right? Because obviously, they knew it must have taken a while for them to get here, but thinking this was recent. And they're like, yeah, 2,000 years ago. And people were blown away that our Western civilization has had the gospel message for 2,000 years and it hadn't made it to them. And there's a lot of factors, of course, right, for why that is, but it brings up the point for us of, we have this gospel message, we have this hope, we have this truth, and in doing so as believers, in having this hope, we also have an obligation to share it. And so I love their heart for that and sharing with the unreached. Prayer requests for our team. You can continue to pray that we would be rested and recovered fully from our overnight trip to get here. Please pray for service tomorrow. That is Sunday morning. I'm going to be sharing with the church, praying that they're going to be blessed by that as the Lord speaks in and through me. And yeah, pray for our corral water project. The gnats are insane out here. But pray for our corral water project. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys more details coming soon on that. And please pray for Art and Kim Thomason, our hosts here. Art's the pastor of Calvary Tombstone. And so, yeah, the Lord will be glorified through the ministry. Ooh. Oh, what's going in my ear? Okay. Anyways, I got to get out of here for the gnat to eat me. And, the creepy crawlies come out. Hopefully we'll put together a wildlife clip from some of the videos from what we find out here. But TBD on that. So, yeah, I guess that's all for now. See you next time. Bye. I always never know how to end these things. I guess, was that good? I think it was good. It was good. It was good. Welcome to Pocket Thoughts, where I unload random thoughts out of my pockets. First, Arizona is hot. Second, Arizona is beautiful. Third, I slept so well last night that now my neck hurts because I don't think I moved for the entire 8 hours. Other than that, I really didn't go into this with a plan. Oh, I thought of another one. Pocket thought. Here we go. Ready? I've been told it's snake season here, which, that's great if you like snakes. If you don't like snakes, it basically means you have no desire to go outside at night. I've heard that the snakes, they like to come out at night. And also, fun fact, in Arizona, the type of rattlesnakes that they have here, these rattlesnakes, they don't really rattle. So there's just snakes out, but who knows? We might still have to go out, do a little night exploring at some point, because they also have scorpions here and tarantulas, and I would love to see some scorpions and tarantulas. And honestly, I feel like it would be a little lacking if I came to Arizona in snake season and didn't get to see a snake. So, we'll keep you updated on that. We'll see if I can film it. That would be cool. That would be the kind of content that would be worth watching. But, yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned.